Good morning. I am on my way to get some groceries this morning because it is the day of the Share a Meal project and I'm having Renee, Jose and Daniel around later. So we'll cook some pancakes, hopefully not burn the house down. I'm a little apprehensive because I'm not used to having strangers in my home and I have a new puppy here. So I'm really hoping that things go well and that everyone is comfortable and safe mainly.
My name is Daniel Benati. The occasion midday lunch was hosted by Ellie. I met Renee upon arrival. We knocked on Ellie's door. Ellie opened the door with her beautiful dog Maisie. Jose arrived soon later. The ingredients were laid out near the cooktop. These were pancake mix, butter and milk, plus toppings, chocolate, strawberries and maple syrup.
I loved our meals. My favourite twist on pancakes, which was pancakes with maple syrup and strawberries. I really loved Ellie's take of adding in some chocolate chips during the cooking process. They were quite delicious and a little bit moreish. I also really enjoyed, again, it was Ellie's take on having pancakes with lemon and sugar. It was something I hadn't had in a really, really long time.
The best pancake topping today at Share a Meal was obviously the lemon and sugar. I've had this topping ever since I was a child, so I think I'm potentially a little bit biased because I absolutely loved eating it as a kid. It's got a little bit of zing, but a bit of sweetness too. So maybe I relate to it because I feel that it describes me. Or maybe I'm just remembering fond childhood memories.
It brought back some really core memories from my childhood of my parents making us pancakes with lemon and sugar and a little bit of ice cream, and it just feeling like the biggest treat to have that as a meal when you're allowed to have something sweet as your main meal just felt like the best thing as a kid.
Humans need food to survive, but for me food is so much more than that. Not only the importance of our well-being, but it's the importance of life. What can food do to bring people together? That's one of the topics that, we discussed as a group.
One of the most interesting conversations we had at the Share a Meal project today was when Jose was sharing how one of his professors told him that his graphic design portfolio might actually be too extensive. I didn't think such a problem could exist. Sometimes when something is too expansive, you don't actually carve out your artistic niche. Sometimes that means sacrificing growth in other areas to focus in on one area. It made me think about Sylvia Plath's Figs in the Bell Jar, how we are constantly reaching for those decisions in fear of what we are omitting. It reminds me that other people make those decisions too. I'm not the only one who has to grapple with that.
We discussed various interests, our university studies, difficulties of group work.
I was quite apprehensive about our group task. Group tasks at university always come with their own unique challenges. We all had a lot of competing commitments that made meeting up for a meal really difficult, and we were able to overcome that quite quickly and establish a time that we could all meet. Our group were able to very easily decide on a meal to make. Having different tastes and different dietary requirements can make eating with a group quite difficult, but our group overcame that really easily and decided to eat pancakes and each put our own variation and twist on it. So I was really impressed with our group.
Ultimately, yes, the project was on creating a meal that we can all eat, but I think the point we all took from this experience was just what something so small can do to bring people together. And for example, we just, made some simple pancakes, but the whole time we were all having laughs, we were talking, and that was the most enjoyable part of this project. And it's something that I would definitely enjoy doing again.
My favourite part of the day was the really fun conversations that we had while we were making our meal. One of the things I hadn't really considered before this was the social aspect of creating a meal, not just the sitting down and eating it together, but the actual time when we were creating it. I loved getting to know our teammates and getting to meet Maisie, Ellie's dog, and just those little personal aspects that you don't really pick up on when you are conversing via text or email, whereas getting to meet in person really gave us that opportunity.
Growing up as a child, every time there was a meal cooked in my house, the family would be over, conversations would spark, lots of laughs, love, and I really felt that connection between the group even though we haven't met before. The main point that I took from this experience that we had, yes, we had an enjoyable time cooking food, working together, but the conversations that we had about each individual self, about our goals, futures, was really the benefit of the day.
The meal allowed us to function better as a team, making things happen such as this assessment.
So the Share a Meal project is wrapped. Everyone's gone home. I haven't had pancakes in a long time, so that was very nice. Doing physical things is quite challenging for me, given my disability. I forget that I'm going to be sore afterwards. Sometimes the excitement of meeting and sharing a meal can override the feelings of future pain. And it was also really nice to see how everyone helped clean up. I think how we're an amalgamation of every interaction we've ever had with our family members when we're cleaning up, whether that's getting yelled at by your parents for not putting away the dishes, or knowing that you couldn't drop any water on the bench. Maybe we also forget the impact we have on other people. I wonder if anything I said or the way I did things today has impacted Renee and Jose and Daniel. That could be nice.